Wait. Hello, lovers. I just have one question. I just have one question. Are you still waiting on Boaz? Have not rolled through yet. I need to know. I have some tidbits for us all because we know that we have, friends who are extremely biblically sound. And they be like, yeah, girl, I'm just waiting on my Boaz. They say things like, oh, we not supposed to be choosing the man. The man's supposed to be choosing us, right? Oh, I'm going to just wait on my Boaz. This is what we say. Waiting on Boaz. So it goes to show me that even though we've read, because I know I've read the passage, the story about Ruth. I think it's in the book of Ruth. And, or the story about Naomi. And so even though I've read this story 100 times, I did not even see that though she waited on Boaz, she didn't wait on Boaz. She didn't wait on Boaz. I'm here to tell you, she didn't wait on Boaz. She didn't wait on him. Let's talk about it, okay? Please, comments down below. So, if any of us who really actually read the story and ain't regurgitating what somebody's grandmama told us a couple of years ago to wait on Boaz, then we would know that in the story, right? Okay, so Ruth was the mom of these two sons. They had two wives. Boom. So they ended up dying. The sons died. And so the wives was like, what we supposed to do? Because, back in antiquity, you would give your daughter over to a family, and now that's her family. She no longer is with her old family. So if you go to this family and your husband dies, you like, what am I supposed to do? Now I'm away from my real family, and they're not going to accept me back just because my husband died. So anyway, fast forward. So Ruth had told her two daughters, like, since my sons died, y'all need to go back to y'all village because I can't do nothing with y'all. I ain't gonna have no more sons. I'm old, right? So then after they had this conversation with Ruth, one of the daughters, she was like, I'm gonna go ahead and go back to my tribe. I love you, Ruth. Hold it down. Naomi was like, because see, I love my husband and you are his mama, so I'm dedicated to you. I'm never leaving, right? Boom. So then Ruth was like, look, it's a fine new entrepreneur in town, and he just opened up the field over here to the right. So when you get to the field, we just gonna put you over there to get your glean on until he pimp up on you, okay? I might be paraphrasing, but it's in the book of Ruth that she set herself up in the field to, I'm telling you, Lucy, it's your favorite story? One of mine too. Because I need to know. The real reason why I'm talking about this is because men challenge me and say that I shouldn't be seeking or pursuing the love of my life, that I'm supposed to sit around and wait on Boaz. So I talked to one of my Nigerian boos yesterday, and he was like, no, the reason why women don't get what they want, because we want to be hunted. We aren't hunting. Now, when you look at the lioness, she's a hunter. Come on now. So I thought about that. I thought about natural selection, and how the male birds, they show off their plumage and they do all this great stuff to attract the woman. Nevertheless, the woman, she makes the selection. So then I took it back to Ruth because, in America, they trained us to be biblically sound, and that's all right. I ain't mad at the Bible. But in the book of Ruth, it said that Ruth staged Naomi in this field so that Boaz can pimp up on her and that she would be the most beautiful thing he ever saw and he would marry her. How did she wait for him? Comment below. She didn't. She played the game like a real player. She played the game like a real player. She was like, hold up. Let me take a bath and some milk and honey. Let me push these boobs up. Because, Boaz, he owned them up. He owned the yard, girl. Shh. Let me put it together. Sew me a cute dress. Put my bun up tight. And every week, I'm going to go out to the field and I'm going to be looking fine in the mud. I'm going to put my... I'm going to be looking fine. Waiting on Boaz to pull up. When did she wait for him? She staged herself. She staged herself right at the perfect spot where she knew he was coming to. That was his field. He owned the field. She even introduced herself like, hey, I'm a sexy chick from down the street. I was just curious, I'm taking care of my sick mother, and I would like to come to your field and glean Gleaning means pick up the rest of the stuff that the pickers leave behind. I would like to come to the field and glean. So she staged it all. She set up the initial interaction, and then she made sure she was super fine every time she slid down onto the field. Like, she was just sitting in the field like, getting the best side. Because she needed to attract him and draw him in. So I need somebody to explain to me that where anywhere in that story did she wait on anybody. Matter of fact, her and her mother-in-law conspired for Boaz to pimp up all in her black white diamonds and get all wrapped up in a spell, honey. It was staged. It was the most player stuff I ever read in the Bible. Almost more player than Abraham and Sarah having Hagar's baby and putting him out. It was more scandal and disease, honey, than when Moses went and killed that Hebrew boy and was on the run. But you know, this is just how I interpret the Bible. It's actually in there. If you would actually pick up the book and read that mug yourself, verbatim. Now, like I said, I might be paraphrasing, but in a nutshell, we never waited on Boaz. Actually, never. And even though the scripture says he who findeth a wife, that means because see, dudes are not always clicking on the right stuff. So just because you staged yourself, honey, you can absolutely let him think he found you. What? That's what Naomi did. Naomi was out in that field. She was like, oh, Boaz gonna catch all of this. Boaz. So she went feel like he found her. Like, oh, look at this beautiful gem I just stumbled up on. That's not how it went. That's not how it went. The book of Ruth real short. Go read it. So I'm just trying to help us all who is looking for the loves of their life. You know what I'm saying? Come to the real facts. In the book of Ruth, she did not wait on Boaz. No, Naomi didn't wait. I'm sorry. Naomi pushed them boobs up, put some Estee Lauder on their skin. You know what I'm saying? Dipped herself in some good smelling oils and was out there like, oh, hark, is that Boaz? Stop playing with me. It was staged. It was the most player stuff see, this is what we need to do. You know how you be with your girlfriend? Like, girl, you know I love John John. Girl, you know John John work in my building. You know he work over here. You know he go to lunch at about 12:30. I be seeing him come out all the time. He do. Matter of fact, I'm going to come to your job at 12:30 for lunch. I'm trying to bump into John John. Stop playing. So, how many of us on my live have trapped your current husband with a shenanigan staged kind of like Naomi did? I don't know. Are you happy? Weigh in. Weigh in. Because these women sitting around like myself thinking we supposed to be being captured or preyed upon. Somebody gonna come and sweep us away and, you know, whisk us off our feet. When in fact, we need to be strategic and trap our prey. I don't know how I'm feeling about it. It's in the book. It's in the book. You can go back and read the book of Ruth yourself. It ain't nothing but about 10 pages long. The story is pretty much that. They married these two sons. The sons died. The mama was like, oh, I feel bad having y'all here. I'm not going to have no more sons. I need to at least find you a husband. That's a bomb. That's a real mother-in-law. Mother-in-laws, we probably should go to Ruth, the book of Ruth, and take some pointers from my girl. Because she dressed her daughter-in-law up. Like, I miss you too, Dallas. Thank you for tuning in. But she dressed her daughter-in-law up. Like, oh no, my son dead. But this is what we gonna do. Put that push-up bra on. We gonna wrap you up in a corset. Put that one dress on to make your booty look good. Come on now. Stop playing with me. She went out there in that field looking so good because the rest of them was all hot and sweaty in tattered clothes, sun beating, honey. And she was out there all melanated and ravenous, looking like she had jumped right off of a private jet. It was no way that Boaz was just gonna pimp past all of that. So I'm just saying. If you at home waiting on your Boaz, you aren't doing the right thing. You're supposed to be setting your Boaz up to be captured because he don't even know that he's supposed to be yours. That's what you're supposed to be doing. You're supposed to be snatching it, getting right and tight, making sure you smell good, and showing up to lunch at 12:30 at your girlfriend's office because you know that's when he leaves the building. You need to be walking in when he is walking out. Now. Think I'm playing. Go read the book of Ruth. And I just want to point out, she did not wait on Boaz. She was not at home, polishing her toes and sipping red wine like we do, watching Netflix, dealing with the kids, just waiting on some dude to knock on our door. Women like me, we get excited about the utility service dude. You know, the man who comes service your AT&T. You be like, oh, I hope he fine. Because that be the only action you get. Girl, stop this. Stop this madness. Would you stop sitting up at home waiting for the milkman to come by? That's why we got milkman babies back in the 80s. Because chicks just sitting up at the crib like, the man I want, he just coming to find me. I'm waiting on Boaz. But are you at the right place at the right time with them titties pushed up and that girdle strapped on to wait for Boaz? Like, how are you waiting for Boaz? What are you doing? What are you doing to be appealing to Boaz? I know it ain't that bonnet and them sweatpants. It's not. It's not. Read the book of Ruth, y'all. Stop waiting on your Boaz and go.